Okay. I'm live, just so you know. So people can watch right now, but don't say anything weird or inappropriate or whatever.
And whisk. Excuse me.
Whisk. Use this cup. Why not? I used it yesterday. It's just coffee. Some answers. Oh yeah, I was making coffee. I'm losing my mind. Let's see. Those community coffee pods are weird how they just like burst at the seams to get the coffee out. You know, how they swell. Okay. Put my lid right there. Step over here for a minute. Hey, what's up, Bo? Hey, so I'm telling you guys, this is kind of just a an old wives' tale, a witch's tale, a ghost story, whatever you want to call it. Okay, you're good. You're good. Just let me know when you're back. I'm not even going to say nothing until you get back. One of my viewers is like, don't do it yet. Don't you do it yet. It's not scheduled for now. Wait till I come back.
What are you doing?
I'm doing a live stream. I'm talking about the backup camera story. Remember the driveway?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if it has anything to do with what I'm researching now, but if it does, I might as well throw it out there. Plus, it's the time of year for a nice little ghost story. What up, man? You back? You back? I just woke up. I've been up for a while, but I'm just getting up. Sorry, I'm not wearing a shirt. Screw him, right? He said, hello, mate. My mom's making something. I'll show you what she's making. It looks yellow. Is that going to be lemon cake? Lemon bars?
Lemon bars.
Lemon bars. How's your morning? Or, yeah, morning. So, since you're back, I'll go ahead and start this. Basically, did you see my video that I did about... I did it yesterday. I threw a whole bunch of shit together. Basically, I was at the courthouse, and I was going through some fish film, or whatever they call it. Did you see that one? Oops. Yeah? Okay, cool. So, this is... another person asked about if I ever put cameras inside my house, and I have. I messaged him back, I commented back, and I said, yeah, I've tried cameras in the house. They always turn off before they capture anything, or the other thing that they might do is just not capture anything. So, you know, I guess the paranormal activity is not that crazy. However, I have a story, and this is a true story. Unless I was insane, had a cute psychiatric episode or something. I had a 2015 CRV that I used to drive, and our driveway is made out of brick. It's in the back of the house. You got to pull in the alley to get to the garage. Oh, you're good. You're good. I'll just say it. I mean, it'll be on there. You can always rewatch it if you miss something, or I'll be here for a minute. So we pull... Actually, I'll take you back there and I'll show you. Let's see. So I was pulling in my Honda CRV, and it has a backup camera, and it has the blind spot monitor camera, the side view camera. Now I just got an old beater truck. How times have changed. Ooh, it's cold out here. So this is where my backyard is, and this is my driveway. It's kind of a mess right now. I've been working on the truck. This is the garage. So when I pulled in one day, in my rear view camera, my dashboard, and on my blind spot monitor, I pull in and I'm backing in here. I think I was coming in from this way, actually. So I'll just give you the actual idea. Backing into the driveway. all stuff for the truck. And right here, there's snow on the ground. And I see, very strangely, this tree has no leaves on it. Everything, you can see the neighbor's house. The garden was tore out, and those little privacy screens I put up weren't there anymore. Or weren't there then. And there was an old man in the black and white in the backup camera, like it was still on night mode, standing about where this cup's at, but way back. And then in front of it, there was a lady and a little girl. The little girl was wearing a white dress, and they were kind of dressed in like Victorian era clothing, and they were moving, and they were like on camera. You could see them, but when you turned around, you couldn't see them with your eyes. And the guy kind of looked menacing. He had a little pocket watch chain like hanging right here, you know, so I guess he was, I've made a lot of assumptions, and I probably shouldn't do that, but I guess he was affiliated with the other two somehow. Grandpa, father, I don't know. Maybe just a person who died at some point here. This house is 170 years old, I think. And so I don't know if the lady that I saw was maybe the hexenbuckle witch, which would be cool. She was very elegant looking. Definitely was not human colored. And the little girl was just like happily, blissfully unaware that there could be anything wrong. I don't even think she knew that she was no longer amongst the living, or amongst the whatever we are, the pudgy and touchable people. But she seemed to be okay, and she seemed to trust the grandmother, and the grandmother figure seemed to be like, have like a suspicious glare or a protective stance to separate her from the guy. And I watched this for like 15 minutes in my camera, so like, you can't convince me that this wasn't actually on the backup camera monitor. Am I? Sorry. I'll talk slower. So, like I was saying, though, I saw these people, apparitions, ghosts, this weird manifestation in my driveway, and they were watching me back into the driveway. Like, there's no doubt about it. Nope. I'm lagging. Is this not plugged in? Is this not on? Why isn't this on? Okay, it's on. I wish I had a video of it. It was about 3-4 years ago that this happened. However, I have security camera up on my driveway just for this reason. I literally put one camera up strictly on my driveway in case, I haven't checked it in a long time, but in case I get a chance to go back and see, then maybe something will be there. We've done some research on the property where we live. We've been here for 6 years. Go on, kitty cat. It's cold outside. Go. Get outside. Go. And it used to be, at one point in time, it was a boarding house. There was an article in the newspaper about the first ever car to come to Belleville, Illinois. A motor carriage, they called it back then. The motor carriage, the horseless carriage, whatever you want to call it, came here because this was the only place with a garage that they could put it in. Plus, I think it was the owner's cousin or something. Yeah, I know, it sucks that I don't have the video. I really wish I did, and I think at one point in time I actually recorded it on my camera, but I don't know, on my old cell phone. I think that cell phone's been stolen or lost, or there's no telling where it is. And my truck doesn't have a backup camera. But the stuff usually happens whenever it gets a little colder out, like fall, winter, spring. And it's crazy because I've experienced some things. I've experienced things that come up missing and then reappear later on. I've experienced talking outside of the house, hearing voices outside of the house, and then whenever I go to look to see if it's a friend or something, there's nobody there. And my girlfriend has been pinched by something that wasn't there. My mom's experienced some weird things. We have a crawl space for a basement with a root cellar, but the root cellar is like 1/10 of the size of the house. And originally our house was multiple buildings that they put an addition on. I'll do a tour of the walkthrough of the house later. So there's some context behind the story. Like all this right here, this is old building. This is one of the old walls to get into what at the time I think was the bathhouse. And this is where they had their outside telephone, and all this is an addition. All this stuff here, this is more modern. This thinks this was done in the 60s or 70s. It looks nice though. It's a weird house, and it's got a lot of different little basement nooks and crannies. And there's even, if you look, there's a gap between some of the ducting in the floor and the joist where the ducting should be hung from, so you can kind of see in there. And it's probably about a 5 foot deep little sub basement that you can't even access, and there's like broken furniture down there. In the attic, we have the original roof, and then there's a new roof built over it that's got a higher pitch, and it's about 3 feet taller. And there was a fire or something here. This house is weird. This house is really weird. So that's kind of what I wanted to share. So there have been cameras here that have caught things. They just don't record, which really sucks. They just don't record. I wish we could figure out some kind of like multispectral camera. And I've been talking to there's a local paranormal research group that's affiliated with the Historical Society of Belleville and the St. Clair County Historical Society. And I'm supposed to be meeting with the founder of the group here, I think, either tomorrow. He does karaoke at a bar. I'm going to go and see if I can get him to sing me a song about ghost stories, or if he knows anything. And I joined the paranormal group on Facebook. Not a big fan of Facebook, but whatever. Today, I've got some work to do this morning, helping my neighbor out. I'm going to tear some bushes out so I can make a couple extra dollars. And maybe I'll use that to invest in a camera. So that's kind of where we're at in the story. I'll probably put together something a little bit more respectable than a live stream for sharing that story out. Maybe some BS pictures, just, free use stuff. And I'll splice something together so it's a little bit more presentable to go along with the storyline. However, it's kind of hard to go with a storyline when you don't know what the story is. You don't know what's on the next page till you turn it. But I'll do my best. I will tell you guys everything that I know so far. And there's a lot more research to be done. I've done the courthouse. I've talked to people at the Historical Society. I will be talking to the paranormal people. And I will also, at some point, be researching the Belleville News-Democrat archives, which is the old city newspaper. So we'll see what happens. This town has a lot of weird history. There are tunnels under Belleville that do exist. They don't really know what they were used for. Oh yeah, you're good. I probably was going to sign off anyways. I got to go do this work. I will be back on in about an hour and a half, 2 hours. I should be on before 11 Central Time in the U.S. If you be around then, I got you. Oh, silly cat. It's my cat. Yeah, I'll catch you in a little bit. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a beautiful morning.